laughing stock. I'm so tired of being the person that just has to take all the punches. I'm so tired of, like, I'm just supposed to accept it, even from friends. Like, you are the disgusting one. You are, like, you're just the fat person. That's all you are.
I understand you were backed into this corner where people treated you like the human version of Papa Pig by Goliath, where they wanted to see you eat until you explode. That still doesn't explain why you had to upload a picture of you spreading open your stink star for the public to see, though. I can reassure you not a single soul ever wanted to look at your Hershey hole, yet you promoted it on Twitter and I haven't been able to smile since. Almost got PTSD last month watching the solar eclipse. Alright, welcome back, ladies and ladies with dicks. It has been over 2 years since we've spoken about our Gouda loving Buddha, Nikocado Avocado. Truth be told, the last time we did talk about him, he was doing about the opposite of good, hosting satanic rituals with Happy Meals on the floor. Going over his picture-perfect relationship with Orlin, loving each other so much that they divorced just to remarry over 5 times. Half of their videos look like a documentary that would come out of Nat Geo Wild, having every video they put out together being a mukbang. But instead of eating the food, most of the time they would go feral and start gladiator fighting with it.
I forgot to ask for ranch.
Get the ranch! Eat the ranch!
You can really see the sparkle in their eyes once Orlin started waterboarding Nick with the sandwich bun. A beautiful story of cousins by chance but lovers by choice. They were just inseparable, like witnessing the modern day Notebook, really a 50 Shades of Gay love story that would even make the strongest man cry. So let's remember some of the highlights I covered on my last video that truly captivates this committed couple.
Orlin gave me a birthday gift. Ooh, I wonder what it could be. Hopefully something that'll build the relationship even stronger. Orlin cheated. Well, you know what they say. When life gives you lemons, you fuck the neighbor next door. Orlin caught me cheating. Emotional. Seems like the skill-based matchmaking system is bugged because this shouldn't even be possible. We broke up. Why we can't break up? Why we can't save our marriage? We broke up. We're getting back together. Orlin is gone. I broke my back.
Shakespeare would be shaking his spear to this gut-wrenching story. To hell with your weak-ass Cinderella and Little Mermaid bullshit. It ain't nothing compared to these heart blobs. The last thing I want to recap is how Nick could barely use his kneecaps, claiming to identify himself as disabled. Like that's something you can change at the courthouse. Walk in with your freshest pair of jeans just to walk out with papers saying you're losing some. Basically, in the video of him announcing his sudden fate of being handicapped, he would say he has broken ribs despite posting himself prancing around in his room the next day. Then he faked himself undergoing cardiac arrest on camera, not before blaming all of his weight gain on all of it being simply water weight, not the 5 different restaurant menus he inhales every day. I don't work for Weight Watchers, but I don't even think it's scientifically possible to acquire that weight by just water. Nikocado would have had to down 10 Yeti mugs and a couple fucking fish tanks to keep a body like that. So I really left off with the impression that Nikocado will never put his own health over wealth and continue to desperately pull self-damaging stunts in order to keep his relevance. Because honestly, that's sort of the box he locked himself into. He became a cyber zoo exhibit for people to stare at. He flipped the script and filmed the first ever My 600-Pound Life origin story. However, I luckily can finally deliver good news onto the channel. Out of the dozens of yeasty beasts I covered, one of them developed the trait they always tried to run away from, which is self-awareness. In the past few months, there has been noticeable changes of himself plopping off a few pounds. He's by no means acquired the body of an Olympian, but he's starting to look a lot better. Here's a side-by-side of a video from a year back to what he looks like present day, definitely showing signs of deflation. I tried to find one of his most recent weigh-ins, but the last I found was towards the end of 2023, which he spoke about dropping 90 pounds. That's like throwing Eric Cartman out of your body, so big props to him.
I know I'm skinny, you don't have to tell me. I lost 89 pounds. And look at my arms. Oh my god. You don't even recognize me, I know. And this is not pre-recorded. Everyone keeps saying you don't post as much anymore. I feel like it's not old.
Thanks to Sensitive Society, I also found out Nikocado posted a video not even a month ago saying he was losing damn near an English Mastiff, detailing how he lost well over 130 pounds.
But I am serious. I cried all night last night and I said, you know what? I'm this close to giving up. And here's the deal, everyone. Everyone hates me. Yes, there's nice comments from time to time, but do you see the crap people say about me everywhere around the internet? Do you see the comments that I receive from most people? You're fat, you're gross, you're disgusting, no one likes you. You're mean to Orlin, you don't have anything, you're poor, you're gross, you haven't eaten.
Hate is a strong word, annoying would be more fitting. But even as annoyed as I got watching you destroy yourself over the years, giving into the calories and the crowds that pressured you to eat them, a hidden side of me wanted to really see you overcome all the odds and win. Because it's definitely possible when you're not shoving Lord of the Rings sized feast down your throat during every waking hour. And you're out there proving that it's really not that hard. Honestly, if you're watching this still fighting the courage to get yourself in better shape, just remember Nikocado, out of all people, the man that had to be Ubered in an excavator, did it before you.
I'm just not okay. And I said, I just want to eat because, you know, that's one of the only things that does make me happy. And maybe I do have a problem. Maybe I do have something. No, I don't know. I just share my life. I just come on here, I share my life, and it's just never good enough. I'm so tired of being the laughing stock. I'm so tired of being the person that just has to take all the punches. I'm so tired of, like, I'm just supposed to accept it, even from friends. Like, you are the disgusting one. You are, like, you're just the fat person. That's all you are.
I'm not gonna act like there isn't any gray areas in this where I pretend I don't understand the reasoning on why you decided to do it. Inflating yourself with food always made sure to inflate your pockets, so it's really hard to stop once it no longer became a challenge and instead turned into a chronic addiction you can't fight over. But you still did it all to yourself though. You can't possibly mean to tell me at the age of 32 you were left completely wonderstruck about how you got into this position. You threw away morals for money and materials, something I'm pretty sure you buried in the back of your mind, refusing to accept it.
Like, if you were skinny, I probably wouldn't talk to you. Like, you're just fat. Now, look at all these comments. It's like, how do I please people? I'm supposed to be that fat person.
Trust me when I say this, the majority of people that don't have some sick fetish would argue the opposite. If you decide to document some sort of day-by-day fitness journey, you would easily pull at least triple what you do now. You have it right that majority of the people discovered you through eating mounds of mush, but even then they were telling you that this was destroying your health. You just chose to give in to your greed to fuel your gluttony. Your reputation has been followed by tens of millions of people who almost all collectively agree they would love to see you transform back to your old self. And that's not including millions more that would be downright inspired seeing you turn your life around, going from 1/5 of a Henny bottle to a damn beach model. It would just have to all come down to your own decision, because the way I see it is you really don't have much else to lose but pounds.
I'm supposed to be healthy, but people don't like me healthy. Oh, well, you're boring. Oh, well, ew. If I'm being honest with people, I feel very trapped. Yeah. I feel so trapped.
Getting ridiculed online for years probably isn't easy. Won't pretend like seeing the world turn away from you in disgust is something that's gonna help you sleep at night. But again, Nick, what other direction do you have to go at this point? It's just facing reality, man. Doing mukbangs to the point where you need to be airlifted to the grocery store is benefiting absolutely nobody anymore. Every channel I came across of yours was almost abandoned, having uploads being months apart from each other. So it's definitely not after monetary gain at this point. Why not just take the plunge to turn everything around if you're truthfully being this self-conscious about it?
I've trapped myself into something where I'm also hated for it. It's not like I trapped myself into something where, oh, we love him, oh, he's so funny, oh, he's the best. Like, no, I trapped myself into the worst person. I mean, I saw a video being about me the other day. I didn't actually watch it, I saw the title. I stopped watching a lot of things out there because it literally makes me want to jump off a bridge. Fucking seriously.
Oh, that's alright, Nick. Your fall would be properly cushioned. You ran your own act into the grave. I like to think you gained a lot of your audience from shock value. They would see the title, see there's enough food to feed a village on the table on the thumbnail, and then see a man having a psychotic episode with his lover over pizza and honey ranch sauce. It's something that can only keep the attention of people for so long until even that runs dry. You want your audience and even more new people to your channel, simply start working backwards, and I can promise most people would stick around for the results of that.
The worst YouTuber on the platform, or like the worst manipulate, like, what? I just eat food. Like,
Yeah, that Twitter definitely says otherwise. Plus, the drama that sparked the start of your downfall with Stephanie was your own fault. If you have not one clue to what I'm saying, 4 years ago drama happened between them. Basically, Nick threatened to expose her. She came out with the vid, he dropped another distorting everything. Then she came out showing how you manipulated the situation. Pretty cut and dry explanation of it, but yeah, you treated Stephanie like utter shit basically the entire time you knew her. So you're not some innocent soul that shines as asshole. You definitely done some fuck shit. However, that's years ago, not now. I promise you, Nick, once you drop this victim complex you molded to yourself for years, you'll notice getting healthy isn't as hard as you think. Because he still said all he does is eat food. You played a game of operation on yourself with Takis trying to extract a spare one from your belly button. Shit was like looking at Filthy Phil if he was off Crocodile.
it's just, I'm the worst. And I'm like, what did I even do? Just be fat? But that's what people wanted me to do. They wanted me to be fat. That's the only reason they watch me, because I'm fat.
Watching you was the equivalent of watching a car crash. It's one of those destructive things you can't look away from. The only comments you get anymore is people wishing you to do better. To take a walk, to be able to enter doorways without turning sideways. People just want the best from you and see you hold at least a sliver of sanity, which I think this video is perfectly showing that you do. I mean, I feel like a broken record repeating the same thing, but everybody has been trying to tell him this for years. He just refuses to listen. Also, tell me why my ass thought his table was a cobblestone from Minecraft.
Well, I ordered something that I am excited for, and that's Denny's. Why I ordered that? It's because I was kind of craving it. And it turned out to be the best thing I had that day.
Every time I go to Denny's, it feels like I'm eating that SpongeBob hologram food. I don't know what it is about it, but they must simmer their eggs in condoms because it always feels like plastic. Some of you will call me cringe, but IHOP remains undefeated. Anyways, don't get shit twisted. Nikocado is still doing his mukbangs, but I'll give him credit. It looks like he's eating slightly less food than the usual. Obviously, what he is doing is outside of food, because let's just put up that side by side one more time. He's still munching and crunching, but there's definitely improvements, and I think his lack of uploads is proving he's at least not eating as consistently as he used to anymore.
And I used to be a waiter. Please make me feel better about my life. Please let me feel like I'm appreciated. Please let me feel like I can get a hug from someone, even though no one want to hug me if they just want to throw a pie.
Never mind, I take everything back. He's starting to talk to a sandwich like it's a magic con. Nikocado would also post another video just a couple weeks ago called Bye, providing more support of himself looking better physically, but down atrocious mentally.
In life where you know that you're on the you know that you really want to and you know you shouldn't. And I'm like, well, have to film. It's honestly a lot to do with you. My life was going great.
What the hell was that clapping noise? Is Orland stroking one out in the corner? It's either eating yourself to death or beginning a new life, Nick. There's really not too many other choices. Your disorder is going to be very challenging to overcome and beat because, I mean, food is his drug. It's another addiction on the charts. It comes in many different ways, and it's also going to be very hard to conquer. I'm not going to pretend like I have some eating disorder, but I will fully understand that it's something serious where you feel like a stranger in your own skin, especially when you could fit 5 extra strangers in your skin. Who wouldn't be mentally destroyed by having a physique like his? It's just, again, Nick, you have literally nothing to lose.
I thought it'd be fun to reach people, share community, make videos. I thought that would be fun. I thought that would be a fun way to make money, a fun way to get myself out there, a fun way to live my life. And I'm sitting here thinking, I have thrown away the best years of my life.
You left out the factor of moderation. That's what many people, myself included with the ganja mole, fail to really stand by. You don't eat the food, you let the food eat you. There's no self-control you're able to give yourself once you realize this mukbang spiel was taking off. Doing it on a daily basis for the years that you have, I bet made it almost an impossible habit to break from. But it's the same thing you could say to a fent user on the side of a Philly street. If they really from the bottom of their heart wanted help, they would have already got it. I have a lot of sympathy for addicts, but at some point you have to realize you're the one choosing to continue living the way you are, and no outside factor is forcing you to still live like a Wall-E astronaut.
At the end of the day, I turn off the camera and I am miserable.
I mean, you look pretty jolly in that little jump scare you threw in. Don't know what the hell that shit was. He just randomly threw in a SpongeBob gross-up moment out of nowhere for dramatic effect. Considering this is the last video he posted on his channel, I'm gonna make the great assumption he's taking his words seriously for once, not biting off more than he could chew. Realizing he's made himself be a black hole that sucks in everything around him is a great first step. If you willingly play games you know are stupid, you'll win stupid prizes. You got your money, but it costed everything else you held close to you. The comments on this video are mostly supportive, so I think it'll serve right to show some of them to show how the backlash Nick is constantly talking about is mostly a figment of his imagination. Honestly, Nick seems like a great person, and he really doesn't deserve all the hate. Yeah, it really sounds like this guy has a vendetta against you. I wouldn't even step outside with a comment this scary. I hope you make a weight loss channel. I know you study nutrition. Your potential is limitless. You can almost feel the drool fly out of this man's enraged mouth from angrily typing this comment. I mean, this guy clearly has zero hope for you. I am so sad for Nikocado. It must be hard for him. Yep, he doesn't give one luck of a fuck. See what I mean when I say it's mostly in Nick's head? Was there documentaries made about your downfall? Sure, but that was many years ago. The internet travels at the speed of light when it comes to who they're making a meme out of. That time has been long gone. There just really isn't anything left to do besides film yourself losing more weight. That's the only way I think you'll finally realize not a lot of people are against you as a person, just the character you portray online. With that being said, I think that's gonna wrap the video up here. Truthfully wishing the best for Nikocado, and hopefully he can really do an entire 180 on his life and prove to the people who really doubt him, me included, completely wrong. I honestly believe Nick has a lot of potential to change. It's just in his own resolve to finally make the change. If you guys enjoyed this little update, slap a like on this vid before your dad slaps you. Subscribe if you hit my vibe, and make sure to follow all my socials. The links will be down below in the description, especially my Instagram. Might have to start a weight gain journey on there because my ass is built like Lanky Danky Schmidt. With that being said, I will see you all very soon. I'm gonna head out this bitch.